Welcome to Muncie, Indiana, home of the Ball State Cardinals, and we're looking forward to this matchup, and certainly the fans are showing that they are as well. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Ball State Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bearcats will put total weather to crank us up. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cardinals offense will go to work first. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock. It would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this point.
Oh, he's got some space. Let's talk for a second about Ball State. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Looking for room, it's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Herbstreit. Got his man. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
The run to the left. At the 40, there he goes. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Cardinals! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Cincinnati's offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Gets it out fast. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Ball State takes over the football, and the Cardinal offense headed out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance.
Breaks into the open. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Off the play fake on first down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and the fullbacks don't run long routes. Most of the time you keep those guys short off of a little play action or a run fake. Gets the catch, secures it, gets a little bit of yardage.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Bearcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to throw at Sorsby. A strike downfield. All by himself down the middle. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And the Bearcats look to keep this drive humming. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try it over the left side. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Excuse me.
They want to run it left here. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
That brings us to the close of the quarter, and Ball State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer.
Bam, 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 bam.
Here to open the period. He wants to change this route. Looking for a man. It's Herbstreit. Moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
My fault.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Pulls it in. It's Jones. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out. You recover it, a forced turnover.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Quarterback moving. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Herbstreit. Gets it to him on the screen. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Using his legs, it's Thomas. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
And the Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. The short hands, it's Presley. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on 3rd down for this offense. They'll try the run. He works his way inside the 30. They'll mark him down at the 29. It brings up 4th down, and let's see what they do. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Motion from the wideout. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Caught behind the line. It's Presley. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
The Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Going with the ground game left. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to the ground with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Cardinals trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here's 1st and goal, and they could go to the locker room with a huge cushion. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Line getting set on 2nd down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. After this long of a drive, you have to cap it off with a touchdown, and here comes 3rd and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Wake Forest. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw at Sorsby. Throws to the tight end. Connection to the right. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw on 1st down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Makes a connection. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And on first down, they sent the field goal team out, I guess hoping to cause confusion and delay and some type of befuddlement. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, what a scene there in Muncie. What a fine performance we've seen. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's head back to the guys at Schumann Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cardinals will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside the spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run play action. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Bearcats are marching down the field.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Makes the catch. It's Jennings. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. The Bearcats come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bearcats in the hurry up.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Sorsby. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Bearcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Leaves it with the back. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Ball State gets it back, the offense headed to the field. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. The sure hands, it's Presley. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Herbstreit. They're working that left side. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away. He wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time, hitting the drag route, getting the 1st down.
And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff to the single back. Oh, he's got some space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Really nice run there, and you've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
We've reached the break. Ball State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Looking to pass. It's Herbstreit. Pucks it out of the air. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Cardinals can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Using his legs, it's Thomas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Running behind that left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. Tight end now in motion. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Got it behind the line. It's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The give to the back. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal?
I'm falling in love.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. Offense. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. North Carolina is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Chapel Hill. They're trailing by 14 to Wake Forest. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Scanning the field, it's Sorsby. Using the quick game. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Jackson. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple
Okay, cool. I'm coming down after this
game. Got
game.
to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. And the Bearcats will hustle to the line.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13
Come
now.
on. You're messing the game up with this. Come on. I already selected it.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air, it's Sorsby. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Here's the pressure. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Yeah, and now trailing with a little over 2 minutes, it's looking bleak. My defense has got to go out there and get a stop immediately. I got to stop the clock as fast as I can, try to save as much as I can, and then put my 2-minute offense together. There's a lot that has to go right for me to get back in this ballgame.
That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23. And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Still running at the 40. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Yeah, see, at least the injury time I have for the 2-minute warning. At least I have a 2-minute warning. So now they got one timeout in the second down. We knew the injury timeout was going to happen.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Looking for space, it's Jackson. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
We don't want here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Safe completion on the screen. Breaks into the open. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cardinals with the 1st and 10. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.